What is going on, everybody? It is finally here, episode number 1 of our Crystal Palace career mode on FIFA 16. And in today's episode, the very first one, we are going to be entering into our first pre-season tournament in FIFA history, basically, because I've never done one before. Just at the start, I'd like to say, if you do enjoy the video, it'd be amazing if you'd leave us a thumbs up on it and subscribe if you're new around here. But basically, today's is going to be like a post-commentary where I'm talking about the career mode and that kind of stuff. We're going to play 2 games, and then all the episodes in the future after this will be live recorded with face cam and everything during the games and all that good stuff, which I've never done before for a career mode, so it's all going to be live after today. But the main thing I want to know from you, as you can see, the important things I'll mention while they're going in the background. Our objective for the season from the board is to finish mid-table, if you didn't see that there. But I feel that we need to strengthen this Crystal Palace team in 3 areas. I feel we need another striker, another centre-back, and another central midfielder. And the 3 players that I initially have targeted are Winston Reid at centre-back from West Ham, Moussa Sissoko at centre-mid from Newcastle, and Charlie Austin of QPR as a striker. Let me know if you agree with those targets. Any other people? In fact, I'll mention this quickly before we go into the first game while I'm messing around with the team. I actually remember someone suggesting, what's his face, Benny Kofobe from Wolves as a potential striker. He's another one I'm going to be looking at but haven't done yet. But let me know any transfer targets that you think I should go for in the comments down below. Someone mentioned Jordan Rhodes as well, but I fancy Benny Kofobe a bit more because he's got a bit more pace about him. But like I said, just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As you can see, I'm very much just experimenting with the team for this first friendly game. I know basic stuff about Palace. I mean, I know the key players are like Balassi, Kabayi. Punchin's always been a good servant for them. Zaha's got a lot. In fact, Zaha is rated higher than Balassi. Doesn't make any sense to me at all, but we've messed around with a little bit with the team, and we're going into our first game of the career now, and it is up against Hoffenheim in the, I think we're in Germany, well, we're playing Hoffenheim, of course, we're in Germany. It's the German pre-season tournament invitation, or whatever it's called on here, I can't remember, but we kick off for our first game just now, and I am pretty excited about this series. If you've been following this channel for a long time, you know I love my career mode, and I just cannot wait to get stuck into this. But 8 minutes into our first game, the first chance comes about, so nice work. Jamie Ward spreads it to Johan Kabay. He ends up putting through Joe Ledley, and he just hits the post. So unlucky there to get in our first goal of this save. But then the first BS of the career mode falls upon us. It's not really BS, it's a penalty that's given. At first I was like, what the hell are you doing, ref? But you can see from the replay, I think it's Joel Ward just gets nutmegged, basically. You'll see here, just gets put through his legs by Polanski, and he basically just completely wipes him out with a bit of a body check, bit of the elbow in there as well for good measure. But who is it that steps it for the penalty? It is Volland, and what a bloody penalty that is, lads. I'm never getting into that in a million years, am I? In off the post, and we are 1-0 down after 15 minutes. And very undeservedly so. That was really the first attack they'd had, if I remember correctly. But we got a golden opportunity here to break level just after half-time. Connor Wickham bearing down on goal. Why are you so slow, Connor? This is why we need another striker. We need someone with a bit of pace up with him. I'm actually thinking we need another striker and to get 2 up front, because Connor Wickham, although he's got a lot of potential and, you know, he's a good target man, I do think he needs some pace around him to make him, to get the most out of him. But you can see we couldn't quite get the shot away there. We win the ball back, get it forward, and this is where Connor Wickham does look good. He picks up the ball, some tidy little footwork here, steps up to one side of the defender, and that is a decent crack, lads. It's a good save from the keeper, and it goes out for a corner, but nothing comes to the corner. And you can see we jump forward to 80th minute now. Bit of a lame long shot to Swing Kabay. And one thing I will say, in fact I should have mentioned this earlier, we are playing on world class difficulty, and the world class of FIFA 16 is so far away from the world class of FIFA 15. It is so much more difficult to play against the computer, and they are just so much more solid at the back, and it's going to take a lot of time for me to get used to this in this career mode. But unfortunately, we open up with a 1-0 loss. But we're going to jump straight into the second game in just a second. I mean, look at that. They had 1 shot and none on target. The only goal, the only effort they really had was the penalty, which is pretty frustrating. But we're going up against Werder Bremen this time. And again, we're going to be tinkering with the team a little bit. Just, you know, trying to feel for which players we're going to be using. I don't really know my strongest 11. Like I say, I know Palace reasonably well just from like being someone that follows the Premier League quite a lot. But I don't know them enough to know what their strongest team is. And obviously that's going to come with time and with tinkering. But we pick our team again, stick with the same formation, and we go in with Werder Bremen. And again, world class, it's going to be a lot of getting used to the team, all that kind of good stuff. It always does. I mean, I think every career mode I've done, I've had a bit of a slow start. But when I say slow start, nothing is going to compare to what happens in this game, because we get absolutely annihilated, as you'll see in a second. But early on here, you'll see just 2 minutes in, Werder Bremen put that, like, what a cross that is, what a header that is. off the post, and that was the first warning. But we weren't like completely outplayed. The scoreline didn't reflect that, as you'll see at the end what the score is obviously, but like we were well in this game for portions of it, but we just couldn't quite get that touch at the final third to put it in. And here comes the first goal for Werder Bremen. Absolutely mugs off Scott Dan there, I think it was, and then I actually thought it was an own goal initially, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently their guy just nodded it in, and that puts us 1-0 down. It's 45th minute, so we held on for the whole of the first half. I mean, Werder Bremen, I don't know what they're like in comparison to Crystal Palace, whether they're like a much better team or worse team, but what a chance this is. James McArthur couldn't finish a freaking happy meal. Just, it's a good save, but should do better. But then, what can you possibly do about that? My defender misses the header, and what a freaking finish this is. But I don't even know who it is, some Werder Bremen player, but look at this. My defender misses it, slams it in on the volley, so we're now 2-0 down, one of them being a worldie, and then Unbeatable leaves the party at the same point as they're banging a third goal. 3-0 down at this point, and it's another world-class goal. And this game, like I said, we were well in it, and I don't know if like everything that we play is going to be like this, or if they just like had one of those games where everything was going in, because this is the kind of thing that was happening for us. Air swipe from Dwight Gale, gets a second bite of the cherry, keeper saves it and it goes wide. But we do get the corner put in there by Jason Punchin. Lucky deflection off the header from Hangeland, we get one back for 3-1. Bit of slice of luck about that with the deflection, but you know, we deserved it on the way the game was going. We had our chances, but then the pick of the bunch really from Werder Bremen. We've had a world-class free kick, we've had that fantastic volley, and then that. I mean, surely not every team in the Premier League is going to be able to do this. I'm hoping this was like the combination of a bad day at the office for us and an amazing day at the office for Werder Bremen, because that puts us 4-1 down, and this is why we need to strengthen it, because we are being absolutely smashed here. Look at that for a freaking finish though, over the head of is it McCarthy, our goalkeeper McCarthy. We have got Speroni on the bench, but I'm feeling like McCarthy should be playing ahead of him, because he's like 2 or 3 less, I think, maybe 2, as we go 5-1 down to the 90th minute. But he's a lot younger, he has got a lot more potential about him, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to be sticking with him, I think. But one thing I am thinking is that, like I say, we need a strike partner for Connor Wickham, we need a change of formation, and we need some fresh blood into this team. Because although our objective is to finish mid-table, I think realistically we should be looking to try and challenge for a Europa League spot. We'll have to see how we go. But like I say, we're launching a bid now for Winston Reid, and we also launch one for Charlie Austin, but they both get rejected. And like I say, I'm thinking of instead going in for Benny Cafobe and offering a little bit more for Winston Reid. Like I say, I said it earlier on, any transfer targets that you think we should be going after, put them in the comments down below. This is pretty much going to be tying up episode number 1 of our Crystal Palace career man on FIFA 16. I hope you all enjoyed it. I cannot wait to get stuck into this series, like I said earlier. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video, which I think is going to be a little bit of a squad builder. Yeah, my first FIFA 16 squad builder, that's what it's going to be. So I'll speak to you all in that video tomorrow. Nidge out.